They call themselves the Confederation of Planets in the service of the infinite Creator. This is a simplification in order to ease the difficulty of understanding among our people. They hesitate to use the term sound vibration, understanding, but it is closest to their meaning. There are approximately 53 civilizations, comprising approximately 500 planetary consciousness complexes in this confederation. This confederation contains those from our own planet who have attained dimensions beyond our third. It contains planetary entities within our solar system, and it contains planetary entities from other galaxies. It is a true confederation in that its members are not alike, but allied in service according to the law of one. This confederation works with the planetary spheres of 7 star systems and is responsible for the callings of the densities of these star systems. In our Milky Way galaxy, approximately 32% of stars have planets as we know them, while another 6% have some sort of clustering material, which upon some densities might be inhabitable. Approximately 1/5 of all planetary entities contain awareness of one or more densities. Of those are a percentage 17 for first density, a percentage 20 for second density, a percentage 27 for third density, a percentage 16 for fourth density, a percentage 6 for fifth density. There is a fairly large percentage, approximately 35% of the intelligent planets, which do not fit in the percentiles. These mysteries are of 6th and 7th density and are not available for our speaking. With such a large number of planets in this galaxy, there are many confederations. All serve the one Creator. There is nothing else to serve, for the Creator is all that there is. It is impossible not to serve the Creator. There are simply various distortions of this service. As in the Confederation which works with our peoples, each confederation is a group of specialized individual social memory complexes, each doing that which it expresses to bring into manifestation. The desire to serve begins in the dimension of love or understanding, to be an overwhelming goal of the social memory complex. Thus, those percentiles of planetary entities, plus approximately 4% more of whose identity we cannot speak, found themselves long ago in our time, seeking the same thing, service to others. The relationship between these entities, as they entered an understanding of other beings, other planetary entities, and other concepts of service, was to share and continue together these commonly held goals of service. Thus, each voluntarily placed the social memory complex data in what we may consider a central thought complex, available to all. This then created a structure whereby each entity could work in its own service, while calling upon any other understandings needed to enhance the service. This is the cause of the formation and the manner of the working of the Confederation. The general cause of service, such as the Confederation offers, is that of the primal distortion of the law of one, which is service. The one being of the creation is like unto a body, if you will accept this third density analogy. Would they ignore a pain in the leg? A bruise upon the skin? A cut which is festering? No, there is no ignoring a call. They, the entities of sorrow, choose as their service the attempt to heal the sorrow, which they are calling analogous to the pains of a physical body complex distortion. The call begins with one. This call is equal to infinity and is not, as we would say, counted. It is the cornerstone. The second call is added. The third call empowers or doubles the second, and so forth, each additional caller doubling or granting power to all the preceding call. Thus, the call of many peoples is many powered and overwhelmingly heard to the infinite reaches of the one creation. The service available for their offering to those who call them is equivalent to the doubling of the distortion need of that calling, divided by or integrated with the basic law of one in its distortion, indicating the free will of those who are not aware of the unity of creation. They must integrate all of the portions of our social memory complex in its illusory disintegration form. Then the product of this can be seen as the limit of their ability to serve. They are fortunate that the law of service squares, or as we prefer to call doubles, the desires of those who call. Otherwise, they would have no beingness in this time-space, at this present continuum of the illusion. They do not calculate the possibility of coming among our peoples by the numbers of calling, but by a consensus among an entire societal memory complex, which has become aware of the infinite consciousness of all things. This has been possible among our peoples only in isolated instances. In the case wherein a social memory complex, which is servant of the Creator, sees this situation and has an idea for the appropriate aid, which can only be done among our peoples, the social memory complex desiring this project lays it before the Council of Saturn, which guards this planet. If it is approved, quarantine is lifted.